Extra bounce. A good over. Could have been a better one. Six without loss, Bangladesh. Right, the Bangladesh. With the Bangladesh Cancer Aid Trust dedicates today's match to the cancer warriors. The Tigers are wearing pink armbands today, pledging to stand with the cancer community. Care, hope and strength. Get in, and when you see the bowler doing a little bit different things where you're not just getting used to these conditions, then you have to be extra watchful and extra careful. They've scored 17 runs and it's come in 23 deliveries, which is not bad on this surface. Not bad at all. Find the gap. It's a little bit full and put that away for a boundary. That is a very good shot from Naeem Sheikh to end the over.
Say hello to the future. All new Hero Thriller 160R with revolutionary XSense technology featuring 10 intelligent sensors to give you best-in-class acceleration and enhanced fuel efficiency for a next-generation riding experience. All new Hero Thriller 160R.
এসে গেল আলেশা কার্ড। আলেশা কার্ড হোল্ডার পাচ্ছেন দেশব্যাপী 90টির বেশি ক্যাটাগরিতে 50% পর্যন্ত ডিসকাউন্ট। এছাড়াও থাকছে আকর্ষণীয় সব অফার। বিশেষায়িত সেবা হিসেবে আলেশা কার্ডের মূল্য বীর মুক্তিযোদ্ধা ও বীরাঙ্গনাদের জন্য একদম ফ্রি এবং 65 বয়সোর্ধ্ব নাগরিকদের জন্য 50% ডিসকাউন্ট। এখন ইচ্ছেরা সব হাতের মুঠোয়। আলেশা কার্ড, প্রিভিলেজ রিডিফাইন্ড।
বিশ্বের সর্ববৃহৎ শস্যচিত্র এবার স্থান করে নিল গিনেস বুক অব ওয়ার্ল্ড রেকর্ডসে। বাংলাদেশের এই গৌরবময় অর্জনের অংশীদার হতে পেরে ন্যাশনাল এগ্রি কেয়ার গর্বিত।
এনএসসি ন্যাশনাল এগ্রি কেয়ার, এসো স্বপ্ন ফলাই।
ভাইরাস থেকে বাঁচবো কিভাবে?
ভাইরাস এক ধরনের জীবাণু, আর জীবাণুর বিরুদ্ধে প্রতিরোধ করতে আছে স্যাভলন সোপের ডাবল স্ট্রেংথ। স্যাভলন সোপ, ডাবল স্ট্রেংথ, ডাবল প্রোটেকশন।
দারুণ খবর, প্রথম অ্যাড মানিতে 100 টাকা ক্যাশব্যাক। আজই বিকাশে 2000 টাকা বা বেশি অ্যাড মানি করুন যে কোনো প্রয়োজনে।
Back at the hotel, what the seamers need to do. Oh, beautiful piece of timing and good feeling.
He said that nicely. Leads on Das. Boundary off the last ball of the last over. And we talked about it. If the seamers are on and the ball is up, it's coming onto the bat nicely. That's where the point you made, Atar Ali Khan, about slowing the ball down if you're a seamer. Bowling. It's very important on a surface like this.
Yeah, you got to have a better control in terms of line and length. mean, have a look at the length. We spoke about line and length. If it's fuller, then the batsman is not going to miss out. Look how full this is. This is a half volley. And you still have to find the gap. And it did that beautifully in the end. So it's important to take control where you want to pitch it in terms of line and length. So crucial. This time it's a little bit short, but he just guided it towards the third man area who's inside the circle. Another single taken.
I like this running, Atta. Boundaries difficult to come by. But definitely taking the opportunity to run when the opportunity's there. And that's that boundary we're talking about. Last ball and last over in the slot. And because of the pace on the ball and the fact that it's pitched up to the batsman, it's got less time to slow up when it hits the surface. And that's why it's a lot easier to get those boundaries off the faster bowlers in a fuller length. Again, look at that. Ball's gone straight back to the bowler, but he's hit it well.
Yeah, one thing that has caught 3 boundaries in this innings of 24. And the reason for us to keep repeating ourselves is by saying that you've got to take the pace off the ball to ensure that the batsman is not comfortable. But if he does get used to the pace and the condition, then he's bound to score runs and score runs quickly. Again, a short ball that's gone up in the air. Lucky, just over that fielder and falling short of that fielder at mid-on.
Definitely a lot more difficult to get the ball away. It's shorter in length with the seamers. That last ball not coming onto the bat. That's why he just got top edge and luckily evaded the man at mid-on. Nicely played. Gets himself inside the line of the ball. Well fielded. Deep backward square leg. And there'll be a couple to end the over.
অরণি, তুমি নিজের চুল সামলাও। গরম ঘাম তোমার চুলের শাইন না নষ্ট করে দেয়।
চুল সামলাবো, শাইনও করবো। সানসিল্ক ব্ল্যাক শাইন 5টি ন্যাচারাল অয়েল ফর্মুলায়, যা গরম হোক কিংবা ঘাম, এটি তোমার চুলে দেয় 24 ঘন্টা পর্যন্ত শাইন। চুল সামলাবো, শাইনও করবো।
লাইফে সব সময় কেউ না কেউ পাশে ছিল বলে আজ আমি এইখানে।
বিশ্বাস রাখো, তুমি পারবে।
কারো একটা কথায় প্রচন্ড ভরসা দেয়। যে মানুষগুলো আমাকে এগিয়ে যাবার সাহস দেয়, তাদের পাশে থাকতেই আমি বিশ্বাস রাখি দেশ জুড়ে ছড়িয়ে থাকা গ্রামীণ ফোনের 4G নেটওয়ার্কে।
কি রে, আগুন কি জ্বলবে?
একটু সুস্থ ট্রাই করতেছি।
রুচি ঝাল চানাচুর, পোড়ায় আগুন।
চাই ভেতর থেকে প্রোটেকশন। শরীরের রোগ প্রতিরোধ ক্ষমতা গড়ে তুলতে ভিটামিন ও ক্যালসিয়াম সমৃদ্ধ দুধের কোনো বিকল্প নেই।
প্রাণ দুধ, ভালো দুধ।
ঠান্ডা বা গরম খাবার খেতে আমি ভয় পাই।
শিরশির অনুভূতির কারণে।
Quite confident. Let's say a very good afternoon to Atul Wasan.
Good afternoon, Shamim, and a very decent start, if I may say so. Kiwi's already behind the 8 ball. When you don't pick up a wicket with the new ball, you feel pressure because seems to be slightly better pitch, the ball coming on, but a couple of loose deliveries. That boundary, that's expensive cover drive we saw, was right under the bat. Just got to bowl that 3/4 area in this pitch, because very difficult to drive on the up on this pitch and not provide pace to rock back and cut or pull.
Well, he's got an edge, but he threw his bat at it. And because of that, I think he's got that bit of luck that took that ball over third man for a rather fortuitous boundary. He's living dangerously, Lithon Dash.
I think this shot was on because if you pitch in that region, then you can go over the top, and even a miss hit will get you a boundary. New Zealand is not learning from where they've put the batsman in difficulty. This was just a bit brave, but it is justified.
That's negotiated comfortably. You ride that little bit of bounce, but that is the length, the back of a length delivery that gives that little bit of doubt in the batsman's mind. Have a look at what transpired in his previous over. Look at what the speeds, 116, 114, slowed it down even slower, trying to make sure that the batsman is not given the pace to go for big shots.
Six runs per over so far, which is very good, and no damages for Bangladesh. Misfield will give another extra run. Still get a feeling that Bennett is trying to do too much with the ball. Just got to see how Mustafizur bowls on this pitch, and the line and the idea is so right for this kind of atmosphere, this kind of condition, that there's nothing for the batsman to drive. And even if you bowl too short, then it's easy for the batsman to just stand on the back foot and just nudge it around, which is also good cricket on this pitch.
That's exactly what you're saying. You must have read your mind, the bowler. You see that it allows the bowler to have that control over the movement of the batsman.
I think this got to do with that programming as a child when you were playing first class cricket. Bennett, actually, this kind of length works for him in New Zealand and other conditions. But in subcontinent, you got to just put it further up. And if the pitch is not conducive for on the rise play, then it's always hard for the batsman. All he can do is just come on the front foot and just block. But once you give them pace, just slightly short of good length, is easy pickings for the batsman.
Oh, that's where at the last moment he decided to put a bit of bat on that one. I thought was going for a wide, but 9 runs resulting from that over, and after 6, the power play completed 36 without loss. Well, they were a little circumspect early on, but good overs after that. Power play has been completed, and the umpire is going to signal the next phase of play. And Tanvir Ahmad does that. And just a point to note that Bangladesh haven't lost a wicket in the first 6 overs. And this will be the first time, this happens to be the first time, in 7 T20s this season, Bangladesh, that a team, have completed power play without losing a wicket.
Especially in the backdrop of what transpired in the last game. I think this first psychological victory to Bangladesh is trying to make room on that occasion, inside out. Bowling quickish off spinners, McConkey.
Gives the ball some air on that occasion. That's sublimely driven through extra cover. But there is some protection in the deep. They're going to get just a couple of runs.
We can clearly see Shamim that it's the wicket hasn't got that much better. This was the drop chance New Zealand must be doing, but after that, this was very clever batting. The ball seems to be coming onto the bat much better, and that is due to the fact that both the players have spent some time in the middle.
Yes, they've gone through the power play without losing a wicket, and that hasn't happened, as I mentioned, 7 games. So that definitely makes the foundation, gives them the confidence to go for a decent total. Haven't seen too many runs In the Australian series, it was around the 120s, 130s. Even the first game here, very low scoring. So the batsmen will be looking to just assert themselves.
Well, they have set up a wonderful platform for the rest of the batsmen to just come and explode. They've done the hard bit, not given them early wickets, and now they are well set. They've faced almost 20 deliveries each, and that's a long, long time on this pitch. And suddenly, it seems to me that they're much at ease against the bowling. 40 runs they have put up, 40 deliveries. So run a ball is very good.
It's the interesting way that Leighton Dash just played the last ball. We'll try and come show you that. Just comfort. They are in the comfort zone. Just picking their runs. Just going back a couple of deliveries back. It was pitched wide outside the off stump, and you see how comfortable he is in going across to the offside and putting the ball away on the onside.
Well, it's coming off so slowly off the surface that it gives you plenty of time to nudge the ball in the gaps.
Chops it away but finds the fielder. 7 overs have been completed. Bangladesh are 42 without loss.
ঝিরঝিরে ডিশলাইন দেখে কি পেলেন? টিভিতে ঝকঝকে খেলা দেখুন আকাশে, আর আকাশ কিনে চলুন বিশ্বকাপে। এছাড়াও আছে স্মার্ট টিভি ও নিশ্চিত ক্যাশব্যাক।
They're going at a good rate of knots. 6 per over have given the foundation required and the confidence needed without losing early wickets, and that hasn't happened for a while. And the bowlers will be under pressure. Young man Rachin Ravindra into his second game, coming in from the Walton, and didn't have a happy outing in his first game. Didn't get anything with the bat. Got a wicket. He's got a point to prove. He'll be hoping that the wicket's going to be a little conducive to his type of bowling, but I just feel he might depend on the variations of lines and lengths more than anything else. He's trying to extract some turn by giving the ball some air.
Well, I'm surprised that he wasn't bowled in the first 6 overs. Last match we saw him come on early. I think just that those 3 overs from the seamers have made things very easy for the two batsmen. The ball coming onto the bat nicely, couple of boundaries coming, and suddenly both the batsmen are looking much at ease.
Oh, he has a wild swing at that. Beaten all ends up. Excellent ball.
Smartly bowled, slower through the air, just tempting the batsman, going for that biggish shot. There is a fielder down in the cow corner, but there again, following up with the. There will be that turn for Rachin. But I think if you bowl that slowish ball.
Well, the country has been celebrating the 100th birth anniversary of the father of the nation, Bangabandhu, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. And of course, it's also I'll come back to that as this ball played confidently enough by Leighton Dash. And golden anniversary of independence, 50 years of independence for Bangladesh, and Bangladesh still going strong in all departments, heading the right direction.
Congratulations, Shamim, and congratulations to all the Bangladeshis listening to this broadcast. Very proud moment. India is just around the corner for the 75th year of independence.
Well, he could have been in a spot of bother if that ball had gone on to the wicket a short while earlier in this over. Once in a while, we see Sheikh just going for some premeditated shots without really looking at the merit of the delivery. And I'm surprised, Atul Azim, these guys were not brought in earlier, having seen what spinners from both the teams did yesterday, day for yesterday.
can see that surety of footwork now, because they've got the runs, they've got the start, so they can take some leverage. Even the team wouldn't mind them because they've done the hard bit. And I think the approach of the batsmen was different in this game. They knew that New Zealand capitulated in the last game, trying to go for too many in the first 6 overs, and the game was gone.
আপনার চুল কিভাবে সাজাবেন এটা কে ঠিক করে? ফেটে যাওয়া চুল নাকি ঝরে পড়া চুল? চুলের সমস্যা যেন আপনার চুলের সাজে বাধা না হয়। চুলের সমস্যা মানে হচ্ছে চুলের ড্যামেজ। ডাভ এর 1/4 ময়শ্চারাইজিং মিল্ক এবং ক্যারাটিন অ্যাক্টিভ চুলের ভেতর থেকে ড্যামেজ রিপেয়ার করে। ডাভ এখন মিনি প্যাকে 16% এক্সট্রা ফ্রি।
এসে গেল আলেশা কার্ড। আলেশা কার্ড হোল্ডার পাচ্ছেন দেশব্যাপী 90টির বেশি ক্যাটাগরিতে 50% পর্যন্ত ডিসকাউন্ট। এছাড়াও থাকছে আকর্ষণীয় সব অফার। বিশেষায়িত সেবা হিসেবে আলেশা কার্ডের মূল্য বীর মুক্তিযোদ্ধা ও বীরাঙ্গনাদের জন্য একদম ফ্রি এবং 65 বয়সোর্ধ্ব নাগরিকদের জন্য 50% ডিসকাউন্ট। এখন ইচ্ছেরা সব হাতের মুঠোয়। আলেশা কার্ড, প্রিভিলেজ রিডিফাইন্ড।
সেন্সেশন ক্লাসিক স্ট্রবেরি ও কফি ভ্যারিয়েন্টে।
চাই ভেতর থেকে প্রোটেকশন, শরীরের রোগ প্রতিরোধ ক্ষমতা গড়ে তুলতে ভিটামিন ও ক্যালসিয়াম সমৃদ্ধ দুধের কোনো বিকল্প নেই।
প্রাণ দুধ, ভালো দুধ।
Tiger suit, always supporting the Bangladesh team, is perched somewhere up in one of those buildings, getting a bird's eye view. Ijaz Patel replacing Cole Edward Akonki. That's the slowness that should have been on offer right from the word go. Can't understand the thought process from Tom Latham.
Well, you're right. You can see that both the batsmen are pretty sure about the footwork now. But earlier on, they could have been circumspect if the spinners would have come on. Just they could have carried on from where they left off in the last game. Both the spinners really bowled well. Ijaz Patel, in fact, just gave away 9 runs.
See, much easier to manipulate the balls. He thrust it away, but maybe is striving to play it wide of the fielder at long off. But you can see the comfort they are negotiating the deliveries now.
But Tom Latham is under pressure to bring on his strike bowler in this context of the game. Ijaz Patel is the strike bowler now. He's bowling his 3rd over. Just brought him on to maybe see whether he can pick up a wicket.
Well, he did adjust nicely. Seemed to zip through, skip through a little bit quicker on that delivery. And initial thoughts from Liton Dash was he's going to crush it through. At last moment, just adjusted his stroke. Oh, that's going to be a wide. Well, he's had his share of good fortune. He's dropped without scoring. Look at this. Straightforward catch to ground arm, and he spilled it.
How big a disaster that will be, we'll find out soon. But at this point, that wicket could have put brakes on the scoring.
Oh yeah, definitely. It had been a completely different scenario. The bowlers would have their tails up. They'd be bowling with more guts and spirit. At the moment, they're really trying to bowl defensively more than anything else. That's something that they do not want. They want wickets. See, a little bit erratic in line and length.
They are bowling a bit flat. Looks to me a bit defensive in this situation because they're not going to restrict the runs if they don't pick up wickets. It is going to be easy pickings later on. Mushfiqur is known to be a dasher. 52-run partnership. Highest partnership in 9 games for Bangladesh.
Again, just allowing the batsman to use the depth of the crease. They know they've got the runs coming. Completes the over. 9 done.
বাংলাদেশে প্রায় প্রতি 2টি শিশুর মাঝে একটি শিশু ক্যাভিটির সমস্যায় ভোগে। আপনার শিশুকে দিন পেপসোডেন্ট জার্মিচে। এতে আছে মাইক্রো ক্যালসিয়াম ও প্রোফ্লোরাইড, যা অদৃশ্য ছোট ছোট গর্তগুলো সারিয়ে তোলে ক্যাভিটিতে পরিণত হওয়ার আগে এবং রক্ষাকারী আবরণ সৃষ্টি করে ক্যাভিটি থেকে দেয় সর্বাধিক সুরক্ষা। কারণ প্রতিটি হাসি অমূল্য।
লাইফে সবসময় কেউ না কেউ পাশে ছিল বলে আজ আমি এইখানে।
বিশ্বাস রাখো, তুমি পারবে।
কারো একটা কথায় প্রচন্ড ভরসা দেয়। যে মানুষগুলো আমাকে এগিয়ে যাবার সাহস দেয় তাদের পাশে থাকতেই আমি বিশ্বাস রাখি দেশ জুড়ে ছড়িয়ে থাকা গ্রামীণ ফোনের 4G নেটওয়ার্কে।
দীর্ঘস্থায়ী রোগ নিরাময়, স্টেম সেল থেরাপি ও সৌন্দর্য বর্ধনের আধুনিক চিকিৎসা নিয়ে জার্মানি।
They're going to step on the gas now. As we speak, there's the slug sweep. That's going a long, long way. A mighty hit for a 6.
Ravindra bemused by that shot, but that shot was right there for the taking. Slowish delivery, tossed up, outside off stump, and a well-set batsman will not let this chance go by. Oh, Shamim, this looks a better pitch. You can see the ball just coming off the pitch much better than we saw last game.
Yeah, and that gives the batsman the confidence to be comfortable with that shot. Well, today's match is dedicated to the cancer community. This is a joint initiative by the Bangladesh Cricket Board and the Bangladesh Cancer Aid Trust, BANCAT. To know more about the initiatives in detail, visit BANCAT Facebook page or Facebook Bangladesh Cancer Aid Trust. All for a good cause, and all the players of the Bangladesh side. And of course, we are also wearing the bands. There you go. And we're in support, and everybody is for this great cause.
Plenty of action on the ground. Not a drinks break, but the ball has gone into the stand, so there's a protocol to be followed.
Yeah, if I remember right, during the Australian series, they actually changed the balls, didn't get the other ball back and sanitized it. They were actually changing the balls. I assume it's going to be the same protocol in this occasion too.
A good job. This is not the kind of pitches we see in T20s. Otherwise, we'll need about 30-40 balls.
Or a ground in New Zealand. All the grounds in New Zealand are very, very short in the dimensions.
I wonder why that would be, Shamim, because there are no crowds, so the ball can be easily retrieved. But different protocols for different countries, which is not understandable.
Well, it's not only that. I think there's no crowds or not even any support staff or any ground staff in the setting areas. So they'll have to climb over those fences to get to them. It's better just to get another ball and carry on. Saves time.
Not good for the bowlers. Maybe the bowler is shined one side and probably is getting a bit of reverse swing, or he's trying to do something, and you give him a new ball.
No reverse swing here. With a white ball, it doesn't swing anyway.
Well, you know, I saw last game Mustafizur bowl reverse swing. He got that clean bowled, and we saw the slanted delivery.
He conjures up things that you cannot imagine. He gets the ball to turn square. He's a fast spinner, if you can call him that. And the cutter master that he is. Yeah, suppose there would be some kind of a reverse. It is an abrasive surface, so if you work on one side of the ball, keep the shine on, you tend to get the reverse.
Oh, first wicket for New Zealand. In similar fashion as in last game, chopped on to the stumps. Ball turning, and from way outside the off stump, he was trying to play it on the leg side.
After hitting a huge 6. Very unusual. Look at the manner in which he got out. He's not sure of the shot. He's trying to tuck it away. Similar type of shot he had hit it in a couple of overs. This time it didn't work. Gets the face of the bat and then carries on and hits the stumps. Well, a bit of good fortune for the bowlers. That's what they've needed. They needed wickets. They've got one now. That of Liton Kumar Dash, who trudges back to the pavilion rather disappointed after scoring 30.
ঝিরঝিরে ডিশলাইন দেখে কি পেলেন? টিভিতে ঝকঝকে খেলা দেখুন আকাশে, আর আকাশ কিনে চলুন বিশ্বকাপে। এছাড়াও আছে স্মার্ট টিভি ও নিশ্চিত ক্যাশব্যাক।
অলি গলি ঘুরে ভিজে আছো ঘামে, এক ফাঁকে মন জুড়াও ঠান্ডা চুমুকে, দিন ভারী তবুও জীবন জারি, তৃষ্ণা মিটলে শান্তি মুখে হাসি অমলিন।
দীর্ঘস্থায়ী রোগ নিরাময়, স্টেম সেল থেরাপি ও সৌন্দর্য বর্ধনের আধুনিক চিকিৎসা নিয়ে জার্মানির EW ভিলা মেডিকেল 21তম শাখা এখন বাংলাদেশে। বিস্তারিত জানতে কল করুন।
Crispy, delicious, melting chocolate and crunchy biscuit at unique tasty combination. Ridisha Choco Fun biscuit.
সানসিল্ক পিঙ্ক থিক অ্যান্ড লং উইথ কেরাটিন ইয়োগার্ট চুলকে দেখায় ঘন এখন 16% এক্সট্রা 3 টাকায়।
ভিশন নিয়ে এলো ওয়ারেন্টি প্লাস অফার। ভিশনের যে কোনো শোরুম বা ডিলার পয়েন্ট থেকে এলইডি টিভি কিনে এসএমএস এর মাধ্যমে রেজিস্ট্রেশন করলে পেয়ে যাবেন 1 লক্ষ টাকা পর্যন্ত ইনস্ট্যান্ট ক্যাশব্যাক। শক্তিশালী নতুন গ্রিন যা আপনার কাপড়ে আনে উজ্জ্বলতা এবং আপনাকে দেয় নতুন পরিচয়।
চাই ভেতর থেকে প্রোটেকশন, শরীরের রোগ প্রতিরোধ ক্ষমতা গড়ে তুলতে ভিটামিন ও ক্যালসিয়াম সমৃদ্ধ দুধের কোনো বিকল্প।
With the ball to Mir, drift and turn. He's happy and he's got that wicket. He's got just touched the wickets and nipped off the bails. Extraordinary delivery. First up.
Well, Mushfiqur is bemused. Maybe he's got short legs. He must have tried to go forward, and probably the back foot has dragged outside the pitch, outside the popping crease. It's a fair delivery. Mushfiqur is trudging back at this point, but again that forward defense and couldn't get back in time. So 2 wickets and 2 balls.
Well, what a turnaround in events here. Mushfiqur Rahim not alert enough, just stepping forward and losing his balance, couldn't come back. Line belongs to the umpire, and the umpire says, the third umpire said.
কিন্তু সত্যি হলো ওর স্কিন সূর্যের তাপে পড়ে যায়, আবার শীতের তীব্রতায় শুষ্ক হয়ে যায়। এখন ভ্যাসলিন হেলদি ব্রাইট হিল করবে ড্যামেজকে, মলিনতা দূর করে ফিরিয়ে আনবে উজ্জ্বলতা। কিছুই আর বাধা হতে পারবে না ওর এগিয়ে যাওয়ার পথে। ভ্যাসলিনের হিলিং পাওয়ার এটাই।
দেয়ানিয়ার সব ছাড়িয়ে দারাজ পূরণ করলো 7টি বছর। এতগুলো বছর ধরে ভরসা রাখার জন্য থ্যাংক ইউ বাংলাদেশ।
চাই ভেতর থেকে প্রোটেকশন, শরীরের রোগ প্রতিরোধ ক্ষমতা গড়ে তুলতে ভিটামিন ও ক্যালসিয়াম সমৃদ্ধ দুধের কোনো বিকল্প নেই।
প্রাণ দুধ, ভালো দুধ।
করোনার সাথে লড়াইয়ে আমরাই করব জয়, তাই তো হাতে তুলে নিয়েছি স্যাভলন ডিসইনফেক্টেন্ট স্প্রে, যা করোনা ভাইরাসকে সম্পূর্ণরূপে ধ্বংস করে দেয়। স্যাভলন ডিসইনফেক্টেন্ট স্প্রে। ডিসইনফেক্টেন্ট স্প্রে।
Facing and never easy facing a hat-trick delivery.
The maestro strides out, and he's not been having a very good time with the bat lately. This is how the first wicket went down. Just chopped it onto his own stumps, and this one was a beauty. Wonderful work behind the stumps.
Oh, that was off in a flash. Tom Latham did very well. Here we go. Oh, checked his shot. Just hung in the air for a while, but safely just getting through that opportunity. This is the last wicket once again. He stretches forward, not alert to the fact that he had dragged his foot out, and it was superb work. Shakib goes forward, smothers the spin, gets around, and thinks of a second, not there. A fabulous over completed. 7 runs have come from it, but there have been 2 wickets.
আঙ্কেল, গাড়ি রাখলেন? এখানে তো আমরা খেলি।
কার সাথে কথা বলছো তুমি জানো?
উনি সকল খেললো। শপথ ভাই তোমার মামা এখানে প্রায় খেলতে আসেন, এই তো এখনই চলে আসবে।
And that's how fickle this game is. 1 minute you are up, and that's how fickle this game is. 1 minute you are up, and the next minute you are down. Bangladesh, after giving a stable start by the openers, lost 2 early wickets, and now they are 60 for 2 after 10. And I have with me Tino, my friend from Zimbabwe. Good evening, Tino.